Welcome welcome all to the next Campus Jobs podcast. If I sound out of breath, it's because I've just walked up loads of stairs in heels to get to this room that I'm sat in, so please ignore that. I am joined today by the one and only Campus Jobs Deputy Manager, Rachel Jeans.
Hi there,
Woo-woo.
Hi guys.
Not only is Rachel a fellow Welshie,
Yeah.
she also loves everything about Christmas, so I thought she would be the perfect guest for the podcast this week, because today we are going to be talking about all things Christmas. From specific Christmas traditions to music and food, we will have you covered in this podcast. And we were literally just talking, Rachel, would you like to tell the listeners how many days until Christmas?
It's now 13 days.
That is
less than 2 weeks
crazy. So tomorrow we can begin the whole 12 days of Christmas. Do you actually know all the you know the song? Do you know all the? I know that everybody knows the
partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, and then
turtle doves. No.
Then there's something about hens, isn't there? Everybody also knows 5 gold rings. That's a good one.
4
but I don't know the rest. There's 8 maids a milking, and I only know that because I went to a quiz the other day, and we made it to, like, there was a tiebreaker round between my team and another team for the jackpot, and they obviously, because we were both tied, the question was, what is the 8th one? And we didn't answer it in time, so we
it's
didn't
a really
get the money.
popular Christmas question, I think, but I don't think I ever get it every year because I don't know all the answers to it.
Oh, so my first question for Rachel this week, just to delve straight into everything Christmas, is what is your favourite part of the Christmas festivities?
So for me, I absolutely love buying, well, I'm receiving, but buying Christmas presents for other people. So I've had to do 3 Secret Santas this year.
That's a lot.
A bit expensive, but...
Yeah. Are you quite organised with your present, like...
Oh yeah, I bought them all well in advance.
Oh, that's good. That means you get all the good stuff. My parents always leave it to... Shaming my parents here, but they always leave it to the last minute. So me and my brother get stuff like cotton earbud things, and also it was like, oh thanks, like you do need them, so fair enough. Like they do keep me stocked for a few months after Christmas. But you are a bit like, where did you get these from?
Yeah, so I really enjoy doing it. Yeah, Secret Santa I quite like. You get to buy for people who probably don't know, which is a bit harder. But
yeah. Is there one person in particular that you love buying presents for? Every year that you'd be like, oh, can't wait to get them their present?
Probably my dad, because he's the easiest to buy for.
Is he? Because I find my dad the hardest.
He's just happy with like chocolate, like slippers, like old man stuff, pyjamas.
Oh, that's really cute.
Things like that.
I have to say that my favourite part of Christmas is the stuffing that comes with the Christmas meal that I get every year, and me and my mum always fight over it. So we'll sit opposite each other at the table, and she'll take a spoonful of stuffing, and I'll see that she does, because we do it right in front of each other. So then I'll take a spoonful of stuffing, so then she'll take another, and it's like, do you know what, Dad? You should just make us like a little portion each rather than every year we fight over it. It's crazy. But my answer actually nicely segues into my second question for Rachel, which is all about Christmas food.
Best part.
Yeah, because it's the main meal that you look forward to every year. So, for you and your family, turkey or goose?
Definitely turkey.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a goose gal.
Yeah. But I've started a thing where I actually like brine my turkey in like spices and stuff every year. So you leave it in water.
Right.
For like a day or 2 before you cook it.
Okay.
With loads of spices, like bits of like chopped orange and that kind of thing.
That's cool.
And then it all infuses into the turkey.
What, so then 2 days later when you cook it, you don't cook it in the water with all the stuff. It just sits in it. Is it hot water?
No, just normal
for the chefs that are listening.
Just cold water. And then you take it out and then like sort of get all the water off it, and then you put it in the oven.
Oh, very nice. I have to say I do like goose, but wasn't there I never eat goose any other time of the year. Do you eat turkey any other time of the year?
Not really.
No. Wasn't there this whole... I remember someone telling me once, but it used to be that, like... And I can't remember which way round it is. I probably should have looked it up. But it used to be that, like, the people in society who had a lot of money, and I'm going to guess, but it could be wrong, had turkey, and then the people who didn't have a lot of money had goose, and nowadays it's, like, flipped round.
Maybe, yeah.
So the people who have a lot of money have goose, and the people who don't have a lot of money have turkey. But it could be the other way around, because I haven't, like... I've just pulled this from thin air, so...
Yeah.
Let me know if I've got it wrong and it's the other way around, or if I'm right.
Well, some people have like 4 bird roasts or turducken, whatever it's called.
What's that like?
Turkey and duck. Turkey, duck, and chicken.
That is a lot of meat. Yeah. Do you have yours? We have the goose, but then we also have like sausages wrapped in bacon. What they call pigs and blankets.
So yeah, definitely.
And then you get stuffing as well, which is like sausage meat, isn't it? It is a lot of meat.
We're a bit weird though, because we have Yorkshire puddings, even though it's like...
Oh, I love Yorkshire puddings.
Because they're more for beef, but we have them with every roast.
Oh, I do like, speaking of beef, this is completely off the topic of Christmas, but I do like a beef Wellington.
Yeah.
That pate. For those of you who don't know, Campus Jobs actually have a playlist. We've got some great tunes on there. If you head to Spotify and search for Campus Jobs Festive Mix, you can listen to all the, this is specifically for Christmas, you can listen to all the tunes that the team have compiled for your
listen to them
enjoyment.
on Christmas Day with your family.
Yeah, get everyone in the mood. What do? You rock around the Christmas tree. Yeah. We never leave a lot of space for our Christmas tree though. It kind of like goes into the corner. So you can go around it. And you always find that the back of the Christmas tree doesn't have like
any baubles on it.
Yeah, and all the lights aren't really there. Like nobody looks at the back of the Christmas tree. So talking about music, what is your favourite Christmas song?
So for me, I really like a Kelly Clarkson song called Under the Tree.
I do like Kelly Clarkson.
But if you're going to go a bit more old school, I'd probably say Elton John and Step Into Christmas.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just because it really cheers me up when I hear that one.
Step Into Christmas. Yeah, that's a good one.
What about you?
Well, I'm more down the traditional route as well. Not like hymns or anything like that, but I love Fairy Tale of New York.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the main guy in it, what was it, the Progs?
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it, isn't it? Because I always want to say like Progs or something, but that's not right. But he had really bad teeth, didn't he? And he got his teeth done.
I think so.
Yeah. But I imagine people like that, and also Mariah Carey, and people who have like really statement Christmas songs, I reckon that's when they get all their royalties. Yeah. Exactly. Have you seen she's on the Walker's Christmas packets this year?
She is, yeah.
I didn't get it because I didn't watch the advert or anything. I was like, why is Mariah Carey on Christmas packets? But then I watched the advert, so I got it. So there are lots of different Christmas traditions that happen all around the world, and I've actually done a bit of research into like what countries carry out what traditions, and I just wanted to mention a few for you, Rachel, and for the listeners. So in Iceland they actually have a Yule Lads tradition. This is where it's 13 days leading up to Christmas, so it probably starts today, doesn't it? They call it Yuletide, and children leave their best shoes by the window, and these Yule Lads go around and they leave gifts in the shoes for the nice children, but the naughty children get rotting potatoes. I wonder how far in advance they buy the potatoes so that when they go around giving them to children, they're actually rotted.
I don't know.
That would take a lot of planning.
I wish I knew somebody from Iceland so I'd actually ask if they definitely still do this.
I would love to go to Iceland just to see the Northern Lights. I feel like that's a bit... Where's Lapland? Is that in Iceland or is that...
No, I think it's in like Sweden or
Is
Finland.
it its own... It's not its own country.
No.
I'm going to make myself look not very smart all in this episode. One tradition that I found that was actually quite scary, I was like, oh, poor children, is Austria. They have this... I don't know what you call it, but it's called the Krampus, and it's a tradition that Saint Nicholas rewards the nice boys and girls, but the Krampus, and I saw a picture of it online and I was like, does it look quite scary. Yeah. I would consider it to be like a Halloween costume, not really at Christmas, but the Krampus captures the naughtiest children and whisks them away in his sack. Ooh. It's quite threatening, isn't it? Yeah. Like, don't be naughty, the Krampus will get you.
That's not very nice.
No. And the final Christmas tradition that I thought to mention is actually from Scotland, because one of our Campus Jobs team colleagues, he did one of his degrees in Scotland, didn't he? So he has a lot of Scottish knowledge that he can depart to us. Yeah. And he talked about the first footing. So it's actually a New Year's tradition, but at 12 midnight, armed with a bottle of whiskey and maybe some gifts, people visit their neighbours, going from house to house, toasting in the new year and often not returning home until daybreak. And he did say this word, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but he said they return very bloated. Was that right? Do you reckon that's right?
I couldn't pronounce it right either.
I think he just meant a bit tipsy, really.
Tipsy, yeah.
So those are the Christmas traditions that I've picked out for you guys. Do you have any Christmas traditions of your own, Rachel? Do you do anything?
Mine are more just like games and stuff. We always play like poker.
Oh, that's an interesting one for Christmas.
Yeah, my mum and my husband get quite competitive, so they tend to try and
get the most money.
outdo each other in poker.
I actually can't play
with
poker.
bluffing and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's
so
quite
we play.
cool.
We always tend to try and place like a certain amount of games with them, just because you have more time at Christmas.
Yeah, you do, and I feel like it's
games.
because like a lot of people don't have to go to work or anything, so you do get the whole day just to have fun.
Yeah.
One of the things that we do, this is back to the example of my parents not buying their presents until the very last minute. One thing that's become a tradition for us, because we are from Wales, they like to travel to Bristol, like probably from about the 20th to the 23rd, and buy all their Christmas presents. But because they do it every year now, it's like a little tradition to go to Bristol, and also at that point of year, it's such a lovely place to go with all the lights, and everybody feels festive.
Do they go to Bristol like centre, or do they go to the big mall?
No, we go to the centre. There's like, do you know that massive hill in Bristol?
Yeah.
There's like, and we always go, on the first day that we get there, we always walk up this massive hill and go to a restaurant that does the nicest pastries. It's delicious, yeah. So that's become one of our Christmas traditions.
Very nice.
As a marketing student, well, I've mentioned before, one of the main events for me at this time of year, and probably a lot of other people, to be fair, who don't do marketing, but that's how I've segued into this question, is the big reveal, if you will, of all the Christmas television adverts. Love it. So this year, John Lewis and Waitrose actually partnered up to tell the story of a little girl's friendship with a dragon named Excitable Edgar.
Oh.
Have you seen that advert?
Yeah.
He's so
It's probably my favourite one. Although it did make me quite sad.
What, because he doesn't feel like he can join in?
Yeah, he's left out of everything.
Yeah, because he can't help but set fire to things. But I feel like John Lewis always try and do like, remember they did that penguin advert and then you could buy the penguin, like they always try and hook it in with some sort of present you could buy
as well.
Yeah. So that's John Lewis and Waitrose. And then I've also seen the Sainsbury's advert, and they actually tried to tie it in with the supermarket's 150th anniversary year. Oh. I myself cannot believe that Sainsbury's has been going for 150 years. That is like crazy. And the advert centres around London 150 years ago, with the first Sainsbury's store telling the story of Nick the Sweep. Have you seen that one?
No, I don't think so.
Have you not? Oh, it's quite good.
What does Nick the Sweep do?
Well, it's got like a bit of an Oliver Twist-esque to it, and he basically, I think he's an orphan, and he's you know, like Fagin, like there's a guy like that, and he's like, and he takes loads of oranges but blames the children, and then Nick runs away or something and runs into the woman, the wife of the person that owns the Sainsbury's store, and she's like, it's alright, no, you didn't do it. And then he does this lovely thing where, because she gives him loads of food, and he then gifts it to all of the children that he lives with, and he leaves them in the socks at the end of the bed. So that's where like they tried to tie him with the stocking. And then at the end, this is my favourite part, you see him leave, and he's literally got like a hat and a cloak on, and he looks like a child Santa. So it's like Saint Nick. That's a really cute advert. Which actually, my favourite advert ever was a Sainsbury's advert, and I think it came out in about 2014, because it was that one where it had been 100 years from the war, and it was they stop all the fighting for a day and they play football, and then have you seen that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I cried like a baby every time I saw it I was like, you know what's going to happen, but still the tears came. Do you have a favourite Christmas advert, either now, like this year, of all the ones that we met, or it could be a past advert? You can
there was that
go
one,
crazy.
I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but it had like a fox and it would go like nuts on the trampoline in someone's garden.
Oh, I think I've seen
and
that.
And there was a dog that really wanted to go out and see it as well.
Oh yeah,
it was
all
so
the
happy.
animals.
Yeah,
Do you know, I cannot remember what.
I don't know who it was called.
Oh, that is a good one.
I'm gonna say it was John Lewis, but I can't remember now.
It might have been.
Yeah.
M&S this year they've gone for 2 Christmas adverts.
Okay.
Have you seen either of them?
I think the food one.
The one with Emma Willis and Paddy McGuinness. They're a duo. But the other one, actually, I think they're trying to like focus on their jumper range. I'm not really sure. But the guy that directed the Christmas advert, fun fact for you, also directed Beyonce's Single Ladies music video.
Doesn't make him dance to that in the...
No, I mean, I think they danced to Jump Around.
Okay, yeah.
If I remember correctly. But I was like, ooh, look at that. Because I do like that music video. It's very girl power. So one thing that I've included in this episode, which Rachel hasn't been a part of, is a bit of Christmas trivia. Because you know how when you open, like, do you have crackers at Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you always get those, so you usually get a question, a joke, and then a charade.
Yeah.
So I thought we could include some Christmas trivia and we could test your knowledge because, as I mentioned before, Rachel loves everything Christmas. So I have tried to make these quite hard.
Okay.
I'm guessing that you'll get 2.
Okay.
And there's one that, like, because I have tried them out on other people, and there is one that everyone's gone, well, I don't know. So we'll see how you get on. So the first question in this, should we have like a little first question, number 1, Rachel Jeans in the hot seat. What organisation began using Santa Claus in their adverts in 1931?
Santa Claus in
Yeah.
their adverts.
Take time, have a think.
Is this the one that I'm meant to know or not meant to know?
This is one you're meant to know.
Oh no.
The problem is, when I tell you the answer, it'll seem really obvious.
Oh, Coca-Cola?
Yes, well done. Everyone's favourite beverage.
Nice.
Okay. Question number 2. What public figure had a cameo in Home Alone 2? This is one you're also meant to know.
Public figure? Oh,
Yeah.
Donald Trump?
Yes! I wasn't really sure how to describe... I mean, there are multiple words that you could use to describe Donald Trump, so I've
Do you
gone
prefer
for
Home Alone 2 or
public
Home
figure.
Alone 1?
I prefer Home Alone 1,
Yeah.
but a bit controversial. I'm not, in general, I am not a fan of the Home Alone movies, only because they're and the first one is very violent. Like, if you watch it as a child, it's quite entertaining, but if you watch it as an adult, I feel like you just go, oh, that would really hurt.
True.
Yeah. And the final question in the Christmas trivia is, and this is the one that is quite hard, just to, prep you up. What was the first Christmas song played in space in 1965?
1965.
Yeah. I don't know who played it in space, but somebody played it in space, and it's made it into the Christmas trivia.
Oh, it's quite an old song then. I don't know. The war is over.
Make a guess. No. You can have a couple guesses.
I don't even think I know that many old Christmas songs.
I'll give you a clue.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
No, but that was a good guess. My clue was going to be it's not a hymn, but you're not guessing him, so that was a bit of a redundant clue.
I don't know.
One more. First thing that comes into your head.
Oh, Holy Night.
No. Jingle Bells!
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected it. That one.
Yeah. True.
I would have thought they'd gone for a hymn.
Okay.
No, Jingle Bells. And now you can impress everyone when you go home for Christmas. You can impress them all with your Christmas trivia knowledge.
True.
That you heard here first. So now that we've done, one of the things now that we've talked about everything Christmas, one of the things I like to do at the end of every podcast is give a career tip for our listeners because we are campus jobs.
True.
So have you got a career tip that you'd like to share with everyone?
I think mine will be around planning. So you've got like time off for Christmas. It could be a good time to maybe plan your CV or sort of brush up your sort of answers for any applications that you want to put in the new year.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that a lot of people probably forget to do is really sort of explain or provide really good examples of the actual like skills and experience they have.
Yeah.
So I'd think for people like to try and plan that in advance.
Would you say that with regards to like Christmas and the New Year and job applications, is there usually a peak around January?
So yeah, there should be more. I mean, there's a couple I've gone online already, like to apply for over the Christmas break, ready to work in the New Year, and then there should be new ones in January, February. Like our team, we're going to need new help desk team members again
because I'll be graduating.
I know, it feels so strange.
I in my mind it's like not even happening. I've got so many other things to focus on. I can't think about graduating.
Yeah. So for me, definitely examples. Make sure you give examples to every sort of skill or like experience that you have. Yeah,
because everything is relevant.
Give a clear example,
isn't it?
Definitely.
Don't undersell yourself. So my career tip is actually to take advantage of, if you are a student, then you'll have time off, a lot of time off around Christmas, or at least I do. And my tip is to take advantage of that, maybe try and organise some sort of work experience or volunteering opportunity that, like Rachel said, you can then highlight when you brush up on your CV or apply for job applications.
Definitely.
Yeah,
sounds
so
really
that's
good.
my career tip. And also, if you are planning to stay around campus during the holidays, then keep an eye out on the Home at Halls app for events that you can get involved with around this time.
They have an Instagram as well, don't they? Or some social
Probably.
channels.
But keep an eye out on that. And Nadolig Llawyn to everyone listening
Happy
to this
Christmas.
podcast. That is Welsh. It means Merry Christmas. And stay tuned for the next Campus Jobs podcast that will come to you in 2020. Thank you very much, Rachel.
Thank you.